knew he had his man. Palomino captured the title from John Stracey on June 22nd, 1976, a surprise winner in London, making sure that he would not lose to Muniz. And right there, the fight stopped by the referee. They called it the fight of the year in Southern California. The rematch will be seen today, live from the Olympic Auditorium on ABC's Wide World of Sports. For the rest of the telecast, here's Jim Lampley.
Championship of the world. Introducing to you on my left, out of the black corner wearing white velvet trunks, weighing in at a trim 146 pounds, from beautiful Montebello, California, in his fourth title try, appropriately named Armando the Man Muniz. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Westminster, California, tonight in his seventh title defense, weighing in right at the weight limit of 147, appropriately named in the boxing world, King Carlos Palomino.
All right, Jimmy Lennon, a colorful, much-loved figure here in Southern California, having done the introductions of the fighters. And now getting instructions from the referee, Rudy Ortega, who's been around a lot of years. Was once an amateur fighter, indeed, fought Floyd Patterson back in 1951. That was a year before the later champion Floyd won the gold medal at Helsinki. The bell for round one. Quickly, let me cover the rules. Scoring is on a 10-point must system. It's an 18-foot ring, mandatory 8-count, 3 knockdown rule is waived. No saving by the bell. And note this, the referee cannot stop the contest. It can only be stopped by the doctor at ringside. The last time the two met was January 22nd last year. Muniz, which is the way they've asked us to pronounce his name, Muniz, floored Palomino in the very first round that time and was dominant in the early rounds. Let's see if it happens again. Palomino has the reach. As Arthur McCanny, with me at ringside, told you earlier, Palomino can be a devastating body punch. He won the title that way with 2 tremendous left hooks to the liver of John Stracey in London, England, June 22nd, 1976. But he's also a straight-up fighter. Uses the left and right in combination very well. Muniz has to get inside. He wades in, takes a lot of punishment. Once inside, he can deliver the punishment. Armando has scored 30 knockouts in his career. Palomino, 15 knockouts and 26 wins. Palomino has only lost once in his career.
Howard, Palomino looks very effective tonight. Straight left jab and a left hook is working very well at a distance.
That's the voice of Arthur McCanny, whom you know is America's most respected boxing referee. This is first round action. 1:20 left to go in the round. Championship fight, scheduled 15-rounder, of course. Judges for the bout, men that you know, Arthur, Frank Rustich,
and John Thomas.
That's right. Just saw that straight left jab get in against Muniz's forehead. "45 seconds left in the round. Just the first round, the beginning of things. The last fight between the two was a war.
Let loose, Armando. Let loose. Get your way out there. Get out there. Hey, come on.
Rudy Ortega separates the two. Rudy talks fondly about the time he fought Floyd Patterson back in '51. A little bit heavier of girth now, Arthur.
Yes, much so. He looks like a heavyweight.
Fighters clinch. The end of round one coming up. The bell for round two. We're live in the Olympic Auditorium, Los Angeles, California. Armando Muniz to the right of your screen. To the left, the defending welterweight champion, WBC version, Carlos Palomino. Howard Cosell with Arthur McCanny at ringside. We gave the first round to Palomino, both Arthur and I. Little different first round from the last time they fought when Muniz floored Palomino. Palomino is a much improved fighter. He successfully defended 6 times. He is at the positive peak of his fistic prowess. He is 28 years of age. That's the age when a fighter usually reaches his peak. Meantime, Muniz at 31 faces his last hurrah if he loses this bout. A crossroads bout for Monday.
It's also, how it might be noted, this is his 4th crack at the title. Muniz's 4th crack.
He really was robbed of it back in 1975 in Acapulco. He had Jose Napoles beaten, destroyed. Both of Napoles' eyes closed. It was the 12th round. The referee stopped the fight. Everybody thought Muniz was the new champion, but no. The referee disqualified Muniz for an alleged butt, which, if it took place, happened in the 3rd round. So it goes in the whole history of boxing. 1 minute 30 seconds left in round 2.
Muniz doesn't appear to be very sharp tonight, Howard.
Not at all. He is not making the kind of fight he's made in the past. Certainly this fight bears no resemblance thus far to the fight they waged January 22nd a year ago. Muniz, as I have said, must get in there to score. He's not been able to. The crowd got wild at that right, but it was only a glancing blow and caused no damage whatsoever.
And Palomino seemed to ride away from that also.
He slipped it.
He slipped it well.
Palomino using that left effective. Round 2, we're at about 20 seconds and counting down. Second round will return with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports after this from our local stations.
Seconds left.
Round 3, Carlos Palomino is back to you, defending his WBC welterweight championship against Armando Muniz. First 2 rounds, I scored, and Arthur McCanny with me at ringside scored for Palomino. Unofficial views, of course. So Arthur's views must be taken seriously in the light of his whole career as a referee. Or at least more seriously than others. Although Arthur's had his share of rakings from the press, his usual possession of 20/20 hindsight can always be counted on. Right now, Muniz is finally getting some action started. He had Palomino against the ropes and scored. That's the way Muniz scored in the early rounds the last time around. A quick right lead, did no damage, but still scored. Earlier in the first round, Arthur McCanny said that Muniz did not appear sharp. What he meant by that was that Muniz was not carrying the fight, which is his normal style, which he must do. He must wade in, take whatever punishment is there, and hand out more. And that's what he's trying to do in this round, Arthur.
That's right. Muniz has to have that body attack because Palomino fights very, very well at a distance, has a very, very effective and sharp jab. Muniz is now coming to life on the inside.
That's where he must get.
That's where he has to be.
To win this fight, he's a stubby-armed or short-armed fighter, and he must get to the inside. Tactic. We've got 1 minute 25 seconds left and counting down. As you can see in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, the 3rd round. And it is by far Muniz's best round. This arena is filled with the adherents of Muniz, but I guess co-equally filled with the adherents of King Palomino, as they call him. 1 minute left in the 3rd round. Muniz in the white trunks, Palomino in the red. Muniz suddenly the aggressor in this round. 20 seconds after the round began, Muniz took over and scored. Palomino taken by surprise at that point, now trying to recapture control of the bout.
Strategically, though, Palomino would be better off staying far away from him and dance around and score with his left hook. That's where he's most effective.
Right man, right cross by Palomino. Scored and scored very well. Muniz with the head on Palomino's right shoulder, trying to work to the midriff.
That's it.
Ortega, by the way, is doing a good job. He's got good position. We're counting down to the end of round 3. Coming up.
Okay, come on, get it, man.
30 seconds.
Just underway, the fight suddenly developing a new and interesting dimension. The first 2 rounds, Muniz appeared sluggish. Then in the 3rd round, he came alive, got to the inside, and was the aggressor in the round. Arthur McCanny and yours truly scored the 3rd round for Muniz. Palomino, of course, to the right of your screen. Muniz, the shorter man, to the left. Muniz trying to get inside, which he must do with those short arms. Work on Palomino's stomach. This is his 4th chance for the crown. And if he loses, it will doubtless be the last. Palomino now fighting as he should fight. Use the reach, the long left. Keep Muniz away from the inside. One of the interesting things about Palomino's development has been the way, for instance, he has developed stamina. What did Ortega say there, Arthur McCanny?
Ortega just warned Palomino for an infraction.
Mondo's followers are Mondo caught Palomino coming in with a right. Earlier he had scored to the stomach with a combination. Mondo fighting much better, Arthur.
Yes, he's really coming to life now.
Minute 10 seconds left in the 4th round. And tactically, Palomino is not retaining control the way he wants to and should.
I think he has a great deal of respect for Muniz. Because Muniz still retains that power in either hand.
We're in the final 45 seconds of the 4th round.
Okay, get out of there. Come on, let's go.
Okay, get out of there. Come on, let's go. Those were the words of referee Rudy Ortega. Arthur McCanny with me. Good left by Muniz just then. And
this is a good round for Muniz.
excellent. Palomino came in and held on. He was stung by that left, no question.
He was hurt twice, as a matter of fact, in this round.
I first saw Muniz in the 68 Olympics at Mexico City. We figured him for a gold medal winner. At least Pappy Gall, our boxing coach, did. Didn't work out. We're coming up to the end of round 4. A good round for Muniz. Round 5, the bell having just sounded, of a fight that is now vastly interesting. The first 2 rounds, Palomino dominated, using that long left jab, fighting his kind of fight. The 3rd and 4th rounds, Muniz, the short arm fighter, started to get inside and render punishment upon Palomino. Maybe Muniz, Arthur, started more slowly this time in order to conserve his energy because he folded in the 15th round of their prior fight.
Yeah, that sounds very reasonable. That's right.
This is for the WWC version of the World Welterweight title. In the garbled jurisdictional strife that envelops boxing, we've got 2 rump organizations fighting for international boxing authority, the World Boxing Council, the World Boxing Association. Pepino Cuervos is the World Boxing Association welterweight champion. 2 good scores by Muniz. He is getting through Palomino's gloves off.
Put your way out of there.
Palomino had broken his hand several fights back, and that's the first really good right I've seen him throw. He seems to be holding back on his right, Howard.
He broke the middle
knuckle
bone,
of the right hand.
above his middle knuckle of the right hand on June 22nd, 1976, when he won the title from John Stracey. But that was a long time ago, Arthur, and that hand is long since healed. It didn't bother him in the last fight against Muniz, for instance. This is the 5th round, a minute 20 seconds left. But your point is extremely well taken, that he has not been using the right effectively.
Seems that way. He threw it then very effectively.
We're in the final minute now of round 5. In a close, hard-fought battle, which could be expected of these two. To many of you, Muniz's face may seem to resemble Chico Villa. Remember him? And look at this.
Yes, he looks just like him. Muniz ties him up very well on the inside there. You'll notice.
He did. Palomino trying to fight out of it. Through to the body. 20 seconds left in round 5.
Palomino is throwing that right a lot more often now.
Basic point, though, it seems to me, Arthur, is as we approach the end of round 5, Palomino is letting Muniz fight Muniz's fight.
At the rules meeting.
Now we start round 6. This is an excited crowd, though momentarily quiet. Muniz to the right of your screen. Palomino, the taller man with the better reach, trying to use the right into the midsection. Arthur McCanny with me at ringside has told you that, oh, a good score there. Palomino trying to reestablish control of this fight. I was saying, Arthur McCanny told you that Muniz tied Palomino up well on the inside. A right lead caught Palomino. That right lead I've talked about so often. That's come more and more into vogue. A gambling blow from a right-handed fighter, because the blow must travel a greater distance to reach the opponent's face. Quick-handed fighter with a quick left hand can really damage a right-handed fighter who tries a right lead. But he has to be able to use that left quickly. 6th round action, a minute 55 left in the round.
Muniz has been the effective aggressor throughout the last 3 rounds. He's pushing the fight, but he's also very effective. He's scoring.
Right there, though, along Palomino left, scored. However, basic point I was making, Arthur, see if you agree with me, Muniz is being enabled, for whatever reason, to make his kind of fight.
He is. He is. He's making, it's just the way he wants it to be, it appears to me.
Right. Good left by Palomino. 6th round.
You see, he has Palomino backing up all the time.
And he scored with a good left to the belly. Ortega breaking the 2 fighters.
Muniz keeps pursuing him all the time.
Muniz in superb condition for his 31 years. He has been training in a town called Population 100, Gilman Hot Spring, which is where Kenny Norton is in training for Larry Holmes. I was down there the other day, was astonished at Mondo's condition. We're in the final 30 seconds of round 6, as you can see. How do you see this round, Arthur? How do you see this round?
I still have Muniz leading in this round, because he is, as I said before, Howard, the effective aggressor. He's making the fight.
that is developing even a greater interest as it goes along. We had hoped for a bang-up fight based upon the war between the two the last time around. We're getting exactly that. The turning point thus far, just thus far, came, I think, in the third round, Arthur.
That's right. Muniz seemed to, is getting his kind of a fight underway, and he is, as I said, to repeat, pushing the fight. He's making the fight. He is the effective aggressor, and he's punching with conviction also.
But there's so much more to come because Muniz took an overwhelming early lead in the last fight. As you're looking at Armando right there, only to fade in the late rounds. And we're going to have to see how Armando's stamina is. Thus far, each of us, Arthur McCannion and I, have scored 4 rounds for Muniz and 2 rounds for the champion, Carlos Palomino. Round 7 now, underway. Palomino to the right of your screen. Scoring with a right that brings cries from the crowd. Palomino got a good left hook into the head. Armando keeps coming.
Yeah, he won't back off. He's determined. He wants this badly.
Crowd oohed and awed at a counter right by Palomino, but that was only a glancing blow. Nearly grazed. This is the 7th round. It's a long way to go yet.
I'd like to use the expression that you coined, Howard, that lateral movement. He's doing very well. Muniz, side to side.
Did you see him come in there and score with that left? Wading in. It's getting into Palomino, who has not been able to keep him off with his superior reach and that left. Lateral movement. That's what our Olympic coaches taught our American Olympians up in Montreal. Befuddled the satellite countries and the Soviet fighters. Lateral movement means slipping the head to the left and right and moving the body to the left and right.
Bobbing and weaving. Muniz is fighting a superb fight. He just won't let up on Palomino.
To the final minute of round 7. The crowd is loving it. Right there, a good right was scored by Palomino. When he can keep his distance and with that straight up style level the opponent, he is very effective.
Oh, yeah. He's very effective on the inside with that left uppercut, and right comes across with that right very effectively.
Palomino scoring well in the final minute of this round. Looking more as he did in the first 2. Right there again.
Very hard right hand.
The end of round 7 coming up. Round 8 underway. A great fight for the crowd, and we hope for you viewers too. An interesting fight tactically and an aggressive fight pugilistically. In the final minute of the 7th round, Palomino regained control, at least temporarily, of the contest, and he's scoring right there with the left. So, by my precepts and Mr. Arthur McCanny's, we have it 4 rounds thus far on a 10-point must system for Muniz and 3 rounds for Palomino. Close fight, though.
Very close. That was a great exchange on the part of Palomino.
Fight is flying by. First minute of round 8 is about gone. Muniz missed with a right. Palomino punching cleanly now and sharply. A good left on that exchange. A good left and a right in combination. Now Palomino seems to be coming on, and he's leveling punishment. And the Palomino fans are on their feet, screaming, King, King, King. Now Muniz comes back. This is a war again at this point. Just as Palomino was beginning to level Muniz with his blows, the shorter Muniz came back.
In analyzing the conditioning of the fighters at this time, Muniz looks much, much more tired because he's been doing an awful lot of fighting. And Palomino is quite cool, still cool. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree. And right there, Palomino again with that straight combination. Straight left and then the right. Muniz figures to grow increasingly vulnerable to that as the fight progresses.
Palomino at this point appears to be much stronger.
That 3-year age differential begins to tell at this point.
I agree with that, yes.
Oh, Palomino really caught Muniz. Muniz appearing, as Arthur McCanny said, another good left to Muniz as he's in the corner, and another left. Muniz so game, trying to fight back, knowing that the career could end with another defeat.
You can see it developing now. Muniz is tiring.
Crowd is on its feet. We're coming down to the end of the 8th round. And Muniz somehow draws upon his resources to fight back. That was some round, Arthur. That was a great round of fighting. Palomino in control. Muniz coming back. Then Palomino in control all over again. Muniz, the tired fighter.
Yeah, but
then somewhere at the very end of the round, Muniz actually
came back,
hurting Palomino, drawing upon the inner resources.
The first 2 minutes of the fight, Palomino had it handily, but then Muniz came back.
Hold on, take a rest. Hold on.
We're looking at Armando Muniz right now as his corner works over him. Vic Weiss is in his corner. Herb Upton is in his corner. Harry Kabakov, the colorful man.
Of the two, though, Muniz appears much more tired at this point in the fight.
I agree with that, Arthur, looking at him. But the kid has an indomitability about him. There is Palomino, and as you can see, he is sitting upright, very coolly, drawing deep breaths, and he is clearly in better condition. Coming into the 9th round, I score this fight dead even. This is the 9th round. Palomino, the back to you. Armando Muniz to the right now of your screen. Armando on the toes. Generating a little bit of movement. Looking to get inside where he can be most effective. Palomino straight up, using that long left as he does that. Backing off as he does it. Scoring with a left and a right in combination. And so the tactical fight continues.
Palomino's punches are far crisper, though.
Clean, sharp.
Yes.
As fatigue begins to overtake the older fighter, he is wilder. The punches become almost roundhouse. He must get inside to do his damage. See, that was a long roundhouse right, really, Arthur. That left continues now to do its work for Palomino.
Palomino won't permit him to get on the inside anymore, it seems.
As we have characterized this fight for you, again, 3 good lefts, 1 right by Palomino. We had noted, there's another good left and right.
They're using that right a lot more now.
In the earlier rounds, when Muniz was fresher, he was getting inside. We made the point he was fighting his kind of fight. Not now. Now he's getting punishment again and again. Palomino with crisp, clean blows, blistering. Armando Muniz. We're coming down close to the final minute of the 9th round. And Palomino has now assumed command of this fight.
making a mistake by staying in that corner. He ought to move out. That's a very dangerous place to be.
Why?
Palomino getting caught in the corner that way. Muniz is stepping side.
Oh,
there he is.
Muniz was hurt and staggered by Palomino right there. Flung back against the ropes. You see the remaining time in the 9th round in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Ortega telling them to break. The fighters finally do. But Palomino now sensing that he's got command of his opponent and proving it at every turn. We'll return with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports after this from our local stations. The bell for round 10 of a corking fight. Bang up. Game, courageous, plucky, use your adjective. Mando Muniz giving it all he has. First 2 rounds fought Palomino's way. The next 4 rounds fought Muniz's way. The last 3 rounds fought Palomino's way. How much Muniz has left, we will have to see. He was hurt last round, almost flawed. Again, that darting left of Palomino's begins to score.
Muniz seems to be dropping his guard, Howard. He's dropping his guard and being caught.
Last round I asked you why it was bad for Palomino to be caught in his corner. We didn't have time for you to explain.
Yeah, I would like to explain that because you can see that Muniz is very effective in the corner. He's a good inside fighter, and you can't keep him at long range once he catches you in there.
Okay. Again, the quick combination left and right by Palomino. And those tired arms of Muniz more and more failing to protect the face. The target becomes more and more open. Lunging back, Muniz trying to come back. You see it right there. Palomino, sure of himself now. Methodical, purposeful
Rudy
fight.
Ortega, the referee, just warned Palomino for hitting on the inside. I really didn't think it was a necessary warning, however, but he did.
Oh, Palomino scoring again and again with the left and with the right in combination. Muniz's head now more and more an open target. I must say Jackie McCoy has done a great job of developing Carlos Palomino as a fighter.
Muniz is very tired right now. He's dropping his guard. He shouldn't be doing that.
We're in the final minute of round 10. Muniz has given everything he's got. But the way it's going now, unless there's a miracle comeback, Palomino is certain to be the winner of this fight.
Howard and I at the present time have the score at 5-4 for Palomino.
There is blood from the corner of Muniz's right eye. And still the kid fights back. Blood from the corner of Muniz's right eye. We're close to the end of the round. No way in the world this kid will quit. Quickly, now a relevant California rule. If the fight must be stopped by the ringside doctor, the referee can't stop the fight here. And in this state, there is technically no such thing as a technical knockout. It is scored a KO, a knockout. So if the ringside doctor should elect to stop this fight, should it develop that way, and we're making no prognostication, it will be scored a knockout, and it must be done by the ringside doctor. As you look at the two fighters, Palomino, so cool, spinning out his water now, but cool, upright, listening to his corner people, knowing exactly who he is and where he's at, and what this fight has been all about. You made, I think, a very important point, Arthur, as the bell sounds for the start of round 11. He was respectful of Muniz in the early going. He still is.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why he's fighting so purposefully.
Muniz can still be dangerous.
Get out there. Huh.
Round 11.
Work your way out there. Push. Let loose there.
We both have the fight the same, Howard. 6-4 at this point.
Except it doesn't reveal how Palomino has assumed control of this fight in the last 4 rounds.
Hey. Okay, let's go.
Armando trying to get inside. Palomino in the corner, the place where Arthur McCanny said he shouldn't be, but now out of it. Again, scoring with that left. Those points add up. Palomino getting out of the corner again. Hurting Muniz, who's holding on.
Yes, he looks hurt. No doubt about that.
Armando holding on after a scorching left and right. Again, that left by Palomino. Now the right, now the left. Left again to the right. This is what you call cleaning up on an opponent.
It's a very clean, well-contested bout.
Crowd chanting for the hero now, Armando. But these are hardened fight fans who are here, and they have to be aware of what's happening to their man. Left getting in, steadily now.
You notice at this point in the fight how Palomino is completely cool, and he doesn't appear to be tired at all.
Left and a right and a left again. Clean, crisp blows. Left and right again. A great body punch of Palomino has not been working to the body. That head is too open a target. Right there again and again. No need to go down below. He has a tired fighter in front of him, and the arms can no longer stay up to protect the face. And Palomino knows it.
Muniz is bleeding now. Right in the corner, or at the nose, at the juncture of the eye and the nose.
And of course, there was the cut in the corner of the right eye that the corner worked over. That has not been reopened. We're coming now to the close of round 11. And Carlos Palomino, the king, is dominant. Round 12 underway. For the WWC version of the welterweight championship, we're live from the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles, California. Armando Muniz to the right of your screen. Carlos Palomino defending the title to the left.
Okay, let's go. Hey.
In that corner where he should not be, but out of it now. For the last 5 rounds, Palomino has had the fight his way. The ever-game Muniz has tried to keep coming in, but has grown increasingly tired. And Palomino has scored repeatedly to the head. In the 10th round, staggered Muniz. For a moment, I thought he would go down, but he did not. Muniz, his courage have made him a favorite here in Southern California, whose courage has made him a favorite. Muniz is hurt and tired. Look at him holding on there.
Yeah.
He is really a tired fighter. Pipino Cuervas, the WBA welterweight champion, as I told you earlier. Good left by Palomino. Palomino again scoring in the same pattern. Armando trying to slip punches with the head when he can, but not doing it often.
Okay, get out.
Armando apparently is very, very tired. He's dropped his guard tremendously in this round. He's getting wild by throwing those overhand rights, which you shouldn't do.
Push your way out. Get out there. Get out there.
Meanwhile, as the 12th round wears its way down, Armando Muniz continues to stand up. And you wonder how. went down to the body then and hurt Muniz. I told you he's a tremendous body puncher, and there is still sting to Palomino's blows.
And Muniz lacks that sting at this point.
The fight at this point loses some of its earlier pace. The tired Muniz holding on at most opportunities, and Palomino a little bit tired himself from all of the leather he has thrown. Thus the accuracy, not quite what it was a few moments ago. Right there, the crowd roared at a right cross.
Armando is taking a tremendous amount of head punishment. You'll notice he's kind of swollen all around the face.
That's the end of round 12 as Palomino continues to be in command.
That was a big round for Palomino.
Well, folks, don't forget tomorrow night right here on ABC, the Indianapolis 500, 8:50 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, 7:50 Central. That's a special time, so don't miss one of the great sports spectacles in the entire world, the Indianapolis 500. ABC's Monday Night Baseball be back on Monday night. Pittsburgh at Philadelphia will be the main game as the Phillies seek to recapture their winning ways of the past 2 years. The Pirates always dangerous. Chuck Tanner's revamped crew with all of its foot speed plus the power of Dave Parker. The other game, San Francisco against Houston, Baltimore against surprising Detroit, but the Birds beginning to come on the wings of their pitch. Monday Night Baseball. Now, we're about ready as you look at Armando Muniz, a tired fighter being worked over for round 13. This for the WBC version of the welterweight crown. Palomino defending his title for the 7th time. Muniz trying to capture the crown for the 4th time. In this whole WBC, WBA thing, you get all kinds of mixed up oddities.
It's very confusing.
Bob Arum is the promoter of this bout, which is WBC jurisdiction, and yet, oddly, Bob is the promoter of the Ali Spinks fight, and he is, which you'll be seeing on ABC, he is fighting the WBC on that one and supports the WBA version of the title. Just in the interests of full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute gone in the 13th round. Both fighters appearing fatigued.
Armando's being caught with everything now, though. He's really much more tired than Palomino. Palomino appears to have been in better condition at the very beginning of the fight.
Again, I think it's the age differential.
I also agree with that. 3 years.
Palomino at 21, at the positive peak of his fistic powers. Armando Muniz at 31. Next birthday, 32. And it makes a difference in a sport so demanding, so brutal, so sacrificial as boxing. The crowd came alive as suddenly Muniz came alive. He had Palomino in the corner where he should not have been.
The only way he can win the fight is by a knockout.
That's true, as I see it. I can't exactly envision a knockout of Palomino. Remember, in the first bout, it was over with 36 seconds left in the 15th round. That's when Palomino stopped Muniz.
They're both right on top of us now, and you can see Muniz has lost all his power and all his zip.
That is true. I must also say that Palomino doesn't quite have the zip he had, Arthur, which is human.
That's true.
We're coming to the end of the 13th round. The action at a visibly slower pace.
state.
You know, the people are hoping for something. They give that.
14th round. Yes, it appears it can well go the distance this time. Armando Muniz, one of the most popular fighters ever here in Southern California, at the crossroads fight of his boxing life. It's his 4th shot. He was robbed once, should have had it. I mentioned that in Acapulco a couple of years ago, and he lost a close but fair decision to Jose Napoles in a return bout. Then the loss to Carlos Palomino.
Palomino appears to be hitting him at will at this particular time.
Also, Palomino appears to have gotten some renewed vigor because he hurt Muniz with the right cross.
Yeah, that's a good observation. He's very, very cool at this time.
We've gone a minute through the 14th round. Voice you hear with me is that of Arthur McCann, new member of the ABC Sports team. You'll be hearing him and seeing him on many of the ABC fights in the future, we hope. Good left by Palomino. Now the fatigue sets in even more noticeably on Muniz as he holds, and Palomino at this point is ready to hold a little bit too. Crowd yelled because Muniz scored with a blow, but Palomino came right back. Now on the inside, Muniz is scoring, but without the snap. Look at Palomino.
Muniz takes an unusual battering and can take it, can't he, around the head?
He was born in Mexico. He came here at an early age. But it is a characteristic unfailingly, Arthur, and I'm sure you know this, of Mexican fighters, that they can absorb an enormous amount of punishment.
Yeah, that's quite obvious.
In the Olympic Games, it is the one thing that has always caused me to admire the young Mexican fighters. There is no group luckier or able to withstand more. We're approaching the end of round 14. And again, Palomino is scoring, and the punches are much livelier.
Armando appears hurt, really.
Hurt there for sure. Hurt again, holding on now. It's only courage that's keeping him up.
Absolutely right.
We only have 10 seconds left in the round. Armando Muniz fighting on nerve alone. Rudy Ortega, the referee, breaks them. The 15th and final round. Armando Muniz, in perhaps his last time around, against Carlos Palomino. It has been, we think, an interesting fight. Tactically interesting and a good action fight. Muniz must draw upon every resource, and it seems to us, score a knockout to win this fight. And that, frankly, doesn't seem possible, Arthur.
He'll give it his last. He'll give it his last right to the bitter end. You'd said kind of a fighter, as you said before. It's very true about the Mexicans. They're stout-hearted.
That right snapped Muniz's head back. One feared that it would come off his body. Palomino punching crisply again. I am so impressed with Palomino, the way he paces himself. This fight is so purposeful, so tactically right.
Palomino can throw any kind of a punch. Left hook, left uppercut, anything. Straight right hand. He's also a gutsy fighter.
Palomino became a fighter of world notice and ranking when he fought Hedgeman Lewis back in '75 and they fought to a draw. Lewis was then a world-class fighter. This crowd on its feet as we come into the final minute of the fight.
Oh!
And Palomino with that right uppercut, jarring the head of Muniz, who is now literally falling all over Palomino before Ortega separated them. 45 to go and counting down. Palomino with those straight blows. Again, Muniz holding on. Mondo staying on his feet.
Oh, Palomino wants to throw over that final blow. You can see that.
Right. Again, that straight right and the right uppercut. Palomino is throwing that right now, Arthur McCanny, with
sure
no
is.
sign of hurt.
That's right.
15, 14, counting down to the end of the fight. The crowd behind me imploring Mando to stay on his feet, to last it out, and he is going to last it out by the grace of time and courage. The bell, and we'll be staying here at ringside for the decision as the fighters embrace their respect for each other. Clearly apparent. No false hostility here. No big bell gong promotion. These two men presumably not liking one another and all of that. Pennies thrown down. In Mexico City, it's the peseta. Here, it's pennies. Either way, it's a danger to the eyes of everybody at ringside. And it's a terrible thing that it should continue to happen. Any manifestation of fan violence, increasingly intolerable in this country. The scene at Candlestick Park last night of vivid evidence. As we await the decision, the announcement by Jimmy Lennon. Arthur McCanny, thank you so much. It was a privilege to have you break in with us, with me.
Thank you very much, Howard, for having me with you. I really appreciated this experience.
Well, it was my pleasure, Arthur, and we both have the victory overwhelmingly now.
Ladies
Carlos
and gentlemen, the
Palomino.
decision
Here it is.
unanimous, and the winner, still the champion, King Carlos Palomino.
No surprise, Carlos Palomino, the winner and still the champion. For Armando Muniz, perhaps the end. Travel arrangements made through, promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United built the largest airline in the free world around you. For Arthur McCanny, this is Howard Cosell. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television.